Hello, in this video I'm gonna talk about inside out shots and inside out because inside out is one of the shots you need to dominate if you wanna win more matches and if you wanna be more comfortable on the court with your forehand, because having a good forehand by itself is not enough. You really need to be good on your forehand on this side of the court. And by the way, this is the 6th video of our playlist about forehand to master forehand in 2026. So if you didn't watch the other videos, you can go check the playlist and improve your forehand this year and you have no excuses. So basically, of course, you need to start with the semi-western grip. I already mentioned this in previous videos. And the semi-western grip, just one quick tip is to have the racket facing to that fence and your hand completely relaxed. And then the most important thing is also about your footwork, the way you move and now you run to hit this ball inside out or inside in is almost the same shot, but basically the way you move, the way you stop and the way you bring the energy to the ball is really important to master this shot. And as you know, when you hit the forehand, the first step after the split step, and by the way, split step is with a wide base on your toes here, not with flat foot. And the first step when you have a forehand is always with the right leg, and then you run. If the ball is on the side, if the ball is a little bit forward too much, sometimes you can go a little bit more with this leg, with this foot, and step a little bit to the front. And if you have a ball back, this step is here, backwards. But when you have the ball on this side of the court, you cannot do this step to this side because the ball is on the other side and you are not going to the backhand, because when you do backhand, this is the first step. So the step you need to master is to do the split step and the first step with this leg, okay, ready to run. And at the same time you do the first step, you rotate your shoulders here. Now, if you don't have too much time, your racket can be here. If you have more, you can do, instead of this, you can go a little bit more up with your elbow, where you increase the loop of the racket. And as a consequence, the ball goes a little bit faster with more energy and you spend less energy. It's a little bit sunny, so it's the first day of sun this year in 2026 in Portugal. Is February, I don't know the date, maybe 18th or 19th of February, so I need to enjoy being outside. And as I was saying, do this split step one and then you run backwards like this, okay? This is the fastest way to run and the best way for this shot. So split step one, you run, and then the last step is this. And usually when you stop, you never stop exactly in the position you hit. So usually you do a double step backwards, you adjust, power is on this leg, and when you hit, okay, you transfer the weight from this leg to this leg, and then you follow, of course. So 1, 2, and finish, and then to recover 1, 2, split step. This is super important. You can work just on the footwork without the ball. 1, run, stop, and then you play, and then you recover 1, 2, split step. You can do this as many times as possible, and then you can do with ball, but you can adjust, or someone feeding the ball to you. Sorry, maybe do this. Here you can run and you go 1, 2, split step, and then you go again. In this case, I hit the ball and I did this. Okay, is also possible, is also another footwork. Basically, I didn't mention this because this is more when you are running and you don't have too much time. If you are starting to master this shot, you have the time. So the first thing you need to do is to run, to stop, okay? And then you hit. Then later, if you already dominate this ball, of course you can hit while you are still moving and then you recover. Because basically you need to understand also, I'm getting tired. Basically you need to understand also what type of player are you and which condition you have physically. If you have too much fitness and if you are ready to cover all the court with your forehand, of course you can even do this shot because it's gonna work. If you don't have too much fitness, it's better to hit one backhand because you're gonna run less. Just one quick note I forgot to mention, when you do this first step here, your hand is in this side, okay, shoulder height, and then while you prepare, your hand is always here, never pointing to the ball, because if you point to the ball, you're gonna end up opening the body and then you're gonna miss the ball completely. So you need to be sideways. So you do one here, sideways, this hand here, and then when you stop, even if you do this, the hand comes to the chest. So basically you do this, okay, and when you do this, then you can do the lag, but your hand is here because you accelerate, and then you either finish here or you answer the phone or you finish, I'm gonna show you when, or you finish, this hand comes here, when you accelerate, you do this, okay? This, and then you either finish here, you either finish answering the phone, or you either finish here, okay? You have these three options, but this just to say that also if you are a beginner, you need to run, okay, and try to catch the racket, and then you recover. If you are more advanced and you have more power, now yes, now if you have more power, you need to do this. Just one more because I missed this ball. So basically this, if you want more power, this is a consequence of a good movement, okay? I'll show you just one more. This, okay? I'm not warm, but this just to say this, and was an important note I want to say. Also, I want to tell you that when you do this step here, you either, as I said, you have the racket in this position, because if you are a beginner, you know that I teach this first position. So when you do this, you can also keep this, or if you have more time and you have, that's why you are running to that side, you can do this with your elbow and then run this way, okay? This actually is all you need to master this shot, and then the pattern, as we talked in the previous video, you need to understand that every time you run away, your first ball you hit is always high and cross court, and then the second ball you play high and cross court, and then you recover because you are playing cross court. You just recover to this side of the court, and then the second ball most probably is gonna cross, so you're gonna try to open a little bit more the angle, and you recover here. And then the third ball, only in the third, you can go for the down the line, and then you recover to this side of the court. I missed this shot, but just to remember, when you play down the line in this side of the court, you need to recover to this side of the court. Let me know if you have any more questions about this shot. And also I want to mention again, if you didn't watch the previous video, to have the ball on this side of the court, I need just some more balls. To have the ball in this side of the court, you need to learn how to play here high down the line, okay, and then recover to this side of the court and anticipate one ball to play with forehand. You need to also choose the right pattern to play with forehands on this side of the court. Is not by luck, and this you can work many times. You can just work the high ball down the line, and then you know that 70% of the times your opponent plays cross court, and the cross court is the ball that we play most of the time. So you need to expect that if you play down the line, the ball is coming cross, so you are ready to play this ball. I think for this I already said many things, so if you have any question, let me know here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.